Hey guys, tonight we are making fried enoki mushrooms, purple cabbage with carrots and peppers, and I also have some leftover vegan mac and cheese. I already have my purple cabbage shredded, 1 carrot shredded, and some red, yellow, and green bell peppers. So we're going to add those to our water. I added a little bit of olive oil to the water to help them cook down. I will then add my seasonings in and a little bit of butter after it cooks down some. And I use a vegan butter, non-soy vegan butter. So now that we have all our cabbage in the pan, we're going to go ahead and put our seasonings in. So I use smoked paprika. No measurements, guys. You just go as you feel you need to. Looks like enough for me. Little pink Himalayan salt. Some garlic powder. Love garlic, so I usually add a little bit more than that. A little more. There we go. Some organic thyme. Gives it an extra flavor, and some onion salt. You can use onion powder too. So now you want to stir it, and then you want to cover it up and let it cook for about 45 minutes to an hour until it's tender. It depends on your stove. I have mine at about a 7, letting it cook fast, keep the heat in. And when it's start to be halfway done, I guess, and the cabbage leaves are kind of tender, then you want to add in your butter and let it cook down a little bit more. So that's about halfway through. All right, so now we are going to prepare our enoki mushrooms. So I have them already. I trimmed the ends off. That's where the roots are connected. Trimmed those off, dusted the excess dirt and cleaned them off. And they look like this. I'm going to break them down some pieces a little bit smaller than that. And we will be using a wet and a dry batter. I used chickpea flour. For the wet batter, I used some spring water, and this is the consistency here, like a loose pancake batter mix. And the wet batter, I only put some garlic powder and a little bit of onion powder. For the dry batter, I used paprika, there, garlic powder, some pink Himalayan salt, onion salt, brown black pepper, oregano, and Trader Joe's everyday seasoning. And this is the mixture here. So I already have my oil hot. I'm gonna get started. So what you want to do is take a nice piece. Try to get the ones where the ends are already clumped up. Sometimes it's a little better to do it with your hands. It's harder with the fork. So I dip the ends first. Get a nice amount on there, and you put them in a dry batter. Flip it, make sure you got it covered good. Then we're going back into the wet batter. This time you want to make sure you get the ends dipped in the batter. So your hands are going to get messy. You might have to wipe them in between. Just keep the wet paper towel nearby. So there we go. Nice stretch on there. And we're going to cover it again with the flour. This time making sure we get the ends over. So this is a great alternative to people who are vegan or trying to eat less meat. You really won't miss the chicken, to be honest with you. Right, so it should look like this, and you want to drop it down in your pan. I used grapeseed oil to cook in, and I'm at a maybe low to medium heat. I'm going to crank it up to a 2. And then you just want to cook it until it's golden brown on each side, and then it's done. Okay, guys, time to check our mushrooms. So it looks like they're ready to flip. See how that looks? Nice and golden brown. So that's how you want them to look. And keep coming in and checking, make sure they look like that. And then you flip them over. So they're going to probably cook for about another 5 minutes, I want to say. And just keep watching them. And then they'll be ready to take out. And we're going to check on our cabbage. Great, so that is looking good. So I think it's about time for us to add our butter. So I'm going to add, this is the Earth Balance soy-free butter. Add 2 teaspoons. Use as less or as much as you want. This is what I like. And then you stir that up and you let it cook down. This has been about 20 minutes, so about another 25 minutes, and it should be nice and tender. I did add a little bit of extra seasoning, all of them. You just taste your liquid just to make sure it is exactly how you want it. So I added a little bit more, just a few dashes, but it's looking good. Okay guys, so these are ready. Both sides are golden brown. So once again, I like to sit my fried foods on a wire rack lined with paper towel. The air underneath helps to drain the oil without it sitting. When you put it on a solid plate, the oil sits at the bottom and it makes it soggy, so it keeps it crispy. If you want, you can serve these with some kind of sauce, barbecue, ketchup. If you have any special sauces you like, it's up to you, or you can eat them as is. Really good. Guys, everything is done. Now it's time to put all this goodness on a plate. Start with our enoki mushrooms. Look how golden brown they are. They look delicious, don't they? They are so good. Next, we're gonna plate up our cabbage. Drain off some of the liquid so it's not swimming around your plate, making the mushrooms soggy. Well, they were nice and tender. Now this is the bonus. My vegan mac and cheese. Like I said, it was a recipe from yesterday, so I have to give you guys that video at a later date. But there was some left, so we're adding it to today's dinner. I use Voila cheese. I will add a picture of it for you guys at the end. But there you have it. Fried enoki mushrooms, purple cabbage, and some vegan mac and cheese.